I met a guy this past weekend, as I often do, playing poker. And it was a fun conversation. The dude seemed to be a rather middle of the road guy. And he said that he voted for Joe Biden in 2020. And boy, does he regret it. Things could not be worse. From the post-millennial, Bidenomics. Americans need a six-figure salary to afford a median-priced home, according to a study. The study reveals the average home buyer needs to earn over $110,000 annually to afford the median-priced home in 22 states. Thanks, Joe Biden. Here's this guy saying that he didn't like Trump. He voted for Joe Biden. He thought Trump was bad. And it's funny. I guess you had nothing to compare Trump to. The funny thing is how great it was under Trump. But the media was incessant, and people bought the lies. And they voted against the man, and now Joe Biden has driven this country into the dirt. Now everybody's struggling. At the same time, the media is lying about everything. And oh boy, do I have a great way to break down the lies for you. And I'll show you how the media plays this game. First, let's talk about how Joe Biden screwed you over. The average U.S. home now requires a six-figure salary to afford, marking a significant increase compared to pre-pandemic levels, according to a study by Bankrate. The study reveals the average home buyer needs to earn over $110,000 annually to afford the median-priced home in 22 states. This represents a substantial jump from 2020, when the average home buyer only needed to make approximately $75,000, a 46% increase. During the same period, median home prices have surged from $290,000 to $412,000, marking a 42% increase. Holy crap. And it's young people who are going to bear the brunt of this. It's going to be Gen Z, who at 25 years old should be starting a family and buying a house. They're not going to get there till they're 40. That's the terrifying reality. I mean, it almost feels like it's on purpose. You will own nothing and you will be happy, making it so it's impossible to be able to live anywhere. Let's break this down. You can't go off into the wilderness and build a hut. They won't let you. You'll likely be arrested. There are certain areas of the wilderness you could go, and if you went into the middle of nowhere in Wyoming and started building a cabin and living off the land as if you were some nomadic tribesman with your family, if they found you, they'd take your kids from you. You can't buy a house, so what do? The system is strained, and it feels like it's almost on purpose. It's hard to say why, but I don't think it's a coincidence that the people who complain about there being too many people, who complain about climate change, at the same time are the ones in power who are enacting policies that destroy the economy. I suppose if you want to live this way, struggling to eat and feed your kids, maybe not even having kids, sure. The celebrities come out and they say, I don't have any kids. I just sleep in all day on Saturday and then wake up with my wife and smoke pot. That's fulfilling to you? Wow. Man, that's absolutely brutal. But that's the world they want for you. It's no surprise we hear all these stories about people who are trying to get medical assistance and dying. Have some kids, have a family, find faith, find community, find passion. They don't have it. It'll be up to us, those of us who can maintain our composure and our mental fortitude, to make sure that humanity does not die out. Because as these people self-immolate, figuratively, we have to remain strong and steadfast. That's why I call on all of you, at the very least, get fit, do your best. I'm not saying be like Arnold and get super ripped or anything. I'm talking with my personal trainer. We do Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Although I have missed a few days because I'm massively exhausted. Like I skated for 2.5 hours and then did an hour of strength training. And I was like passing out. And I'm like, I'm not working out tomorrow. Like need a day off. I'm not saying you got to drive yourself to the bone like I do. Go for a walk. We've got to be strong because the people in power right now are trying to destroy us. They are treating us like a burden, like a problem who shouldn't be and shouldn't exist. And there are many people who are weak, who will waste away, who will advocate for the sterilization or the abortion of their children. And whether you have kids or not is besides the point. The message must be strong. The strong must survive. The strong protect the weak. The strong survive. They build things and make it better and protect the weak. And we can do that. But you have to be strong first. You have to secure your own oxygen mask before putting on the mask of those sitting next to you. That's your mission. Be the best you can be. Honest question. Are you the best you can be? This is what I was thinking to myself. I'll pull up the actual number right now. I've been skateboarding, rollerblading, mostly skateboarding my whole life. I rollerbladed for about a year. Don't really use it that much anymore, but the cardio from rollerblading is so much better than skateboarding. Sorry, skateboarders, go cry all you want. But full body workout when you're rollerblading on the half pipe, it's intense. VO2 max for like an hour, drenched in sweat. I love it. But mostly we're filming, so I'm getting back on the skateboard and focusing on that. Not so much VO2 max. Well, basically, for those that are familiar, it means like maximum oxygen output where you're getting into aerobic is turning into anaerobic because you're burning too much too quickly. But I want to see if I can pull up the information here. I think I should be able to see how long I've been going on with this here personal training. I believe, I just got a warning. Based on your total calories, you are not eating enough. Well, okay. Eat more nutrient-rich meals or whatever. What does it say? The National recommends no less than 1,000 to 1,200 calories. Completing your diary with fewer than the minimum calories noted above will not generate a news feed. What is this? I don't even care about weight loss. I don't know. Where's I think it's like 45 days. Oh, here we go. What is this? Oh, wow. Look at that. This app's great. I'm using MyFitnessPal. Anyway, this is a great app. This is really fascinating. I think it's like 43 days now. I don't know. 43 days or whatever of having a personal trainer. And I'll tell you why, not that I wasted your time for a minute. But so there's a period a few years ago where I was up to 200 pounds and it was mostly fat. I mean, I did skate and rollerblade a little bit, but I wasn't really going that heavy. I was getting heavy. And I just thought one day I was like, I haven't had any sugar all day. Why don't I just go keto? So I did. And boy, did I lost 20 pounds almost instantly. It was crazy within a month. And then there was a lingering amount of weight that stayed on. But then I started rollerblading more intensely, which was just pure cardio. It was really, really fun stuff. Core skateboarder people, like they're so stingy. Like, no fun, you can't have fun. Fun's not allowed. Oh, bro, we got a scooter, we got bikes, we got pogo sticks. We're going to have fun with all of it. It's exercise, man. And so I ended up losing then another 12. I went down to 168, and this was a year ago. I'm now at 180. And I'll tell you why. We've been doing lifting, strength training, and I've been skating a lot more and eating a ton of protein. So it looks like in the past year, my body fat percentage did go up a little bit, but mostly it's now it's back on a downward trend as muscle is being built up. And so anyway, the point of all this is, I thought to myself, am I the best version of what I could be? Am I maxed out, or am I lazy? What could I be doing to be the best version of myself? I owe that to everybody who's a member at Timcast.com, to everybody who watches my videos. How could I sit here and waste an hour even? I'm like, no. 45 minutes to an hour. Strength training, lifting, 3 days a week. Why not? What else am I going to do? Normally in this period, I exercise, I skate, and then I go and I'll have dinner and then sit down and relax and put on Fox News. It used to be CNN, now it's Fox News. And I'll take a break and kind of, just rest a little bit in between the morning show and the nightly show. But it's usually like half an hour or whatever. And I was like, no. We're getting a pro stretching and sports massage therapist. We're getting a physical therapist. I am going 100%. I ask you, are you the best version of yourself? Is there a period in your day where you find yourself bored and sitting around? Start doing push-ups. There was a period this morning where I was like waiting for some clothes to dry in the dryer, and then I just started doing push-ups, and I'm like, I don't know why not. And maybe it seems silly, whatever, but I just feel like, are we being the best? Could you be better? That's what it's all about. I take a look at what Biden is doing to this country, and I feel like victory is going to require more than just advocating to people to do the right thing and teaching them. It's going to require that we transform ourselves and make sure we're being the best we can. You know what else I'm doing? I'm cutting out corn. I'm cutting out seed oils. I'm cutting out all that stuff. I'm kind of fed up with all of it. I'm tired of hearing about seed oils. I'm tired of hearing about inflammatory stuff. I'm tired of hearing about trans fats. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. Give me rice and give me chicken. Give me some broccoli or something. Although I gotta be honest, I don't really eat the vegetables enough. I'm reading now that corn is inflammatory. I'm like, I don't care. I just done all of it. Gone. I will consume nothing but Jocko Milk protein powder for. No, I know that. I'm just kidding. But no, in all seriousness, I hope that maybe the best you can be isn't your maximum because it's hard to muster up that willpower. In which case I would say maybe you could be ripped like Chris Hemsworth could, but your best brings you down to just you're in shape, you're focusing, you're studying, you're training, you're being the best version of yourself. That's what it's all about. I want to show you this. We have this from Yahoo Finance, Trump Media and Technology Group, currently trading at $50. We have this story from CNBC. Trump media stock closes 21% lower after company reports $58 million loss for 2023. Well, yesterday they reported this, and it sounds certainly like, aha, Trump media is dropping. They want you to believe that Trump media isn't working and that it was a fad. They want you to panic. They want this to be the story. The real story? Dow futures fall 300 points as rough start to quarter continues on higher rates. Look, I'm going to pull up my brokerage app real quick. And I noticed this the other day. I pulled it up and I'm like, everything is down. It happens. Everything drops. What do we have? Everything is down. I'll tell you, I have Tesla. It's down. I've got Cabot. It's down. I've got Spotify. It's down a little bit. Rumble's down a little bit. AMC's down a little bit. DJT is actually the only one that's up. This is so nuts how they play this game. So I don't have a lot of stocks. I don't. Of the ones that I do have, they're all down. And then I look at DJT. It's the only one in the green, up 4.6% right now. But they tell you in the media it's dropping. They isolate one stock at a time when the whole market's in decline and say, Trump stock's falling. Dirty games, man. I tell you this, the machine wants you sick. They want you lazy. They want to strip you of your passions because you should own nothing. You will eat the bugs. You will live in the pod and you'll be happy. Okay. As we look at those people and we desperately beg them not to kill their kids, we reject the idea of this body positivity. We have a responsibility to practice what we preach, to be the best versions of ourselves. And I don't know. I don't know what it is in me that makes that fire burn. Maybe you don't have it. You know, we hear about New Year's resolutions. Everybody wants to get fit and get in shape. And then they don't. They sign up for a gym and then they stop going. I don't know how to break that. I really don't. One thing that helped me especially is, this is why I said I want a personal trainer, because it's a lot harder when you're paying for something to break from it. Not everybody can do that. That's obvious. So it's tough. There are some days where I'm like, man, I really don't feel like doing this, but you have to do it. And then I got to tell you, afterwards, I'm so glad that I did. We were lifting, and my trainer said, we're going to start with the 12s, and then maybe we can get some 25s in. So we were doing a few lifts using the 12s. It was biceps and triceps. And then he was like, do you think you can do the 25s? And I said, 35. And I did the 35s instead. And it was rough, but it feels so good afterwards. Indescribable. I feel like if people told me that lifting made you feel like euphoria, I just can't even describe it. Makes me feel like I could punch a bear in the face. That's how I describe it. Like, come here, bear, I want to punch you in the face. Feels great. Feels so good. Maybe that is what we need. It'll clear our minds. It'll make us stronger. We'll be sleeping better. We'll be eating better. Then maybe the culture war is won not because we're all super, oh, I love this too. They're writing articles about it. Holy crap, you guys. There were hit pieces where they were like, Tim Pool and others are advocating that their audiences get fit to try and seduce us or some ridiculous thing. And I'm like, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I'm telling people to be in shape, to be your best self. And they're getting mad because they want to be frumpy and lazy. They want to gargle Ben & Jerry's and fall asleep sickly. You know, man, be the best you can be. It's no answer for what the economy is doing. I can't answer for what Joe Biden is doing, but you improve yourself, you improve your skills. It makes life easier. It really does. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 6 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all then.